Hello there, fancy seeing you here. I know it's been a while since I made a video, and I know I've been busy. But during the month of July, as I'm recording this, I participated in my first art fight. Now, what's art fight? It's really popular, but some just don't know it. That's okay. Art fight is a yearly competition where you pick between two teams and you attack, aka draw, the other team for points. Think of Splatoon, if you will. The team with the most points wins bragging rights and a cool little badge in their profile. Some people do simple attacks, while others do really massive attacks with hundreds of characters known to mankind. There are more to it, like revenges, where you draw back the other person and whatnot, but today I'm just covering the attacks I made. Now, I didn't get a chance to attack many people this year, as I'm on vacation and college, but I'd like to showcase the ones I did. Ready? Let's go!
How many cigarettes have you got on?
My first attack ever was for this lovely character called Lola, an OC for the Magnus Archives. I was drawn to her by her bright and her short design. In the notes left by the creator Divashu, by the way, all people I attack will be credited down below, so if you wish to follow them, anyway, they state, by Magnus Archives OC, Avatar of the Spiral. As opposed to the spindly dissertation, Michael, Missy is overly short, compensates with long arms, may or may not be a child, it's never clarified, definitely eats people, sounds like a squeaky toy, yes, she has pod pads. No, I will not elaborate. Fun description in my opinion. Now, I've actually never seen the Magnus Archives, barely heard much of it, so I did my research. The Magnus Archives is a podcast explaining what's inside the Magnus Institute. Jonathan, the head archivist, tries his best to bring the weird and supernatural events up to date. There are 5 seasons, with the Google search telling me it takes almost 250 days straight to catch up with how much content there is. It sadly ended back in 2021, with the fandom still popular, I assume. Sadly, I just never got into it, but it seems like it would be up my alley. There seems to be tons of content on it with multiple characters and plotlines. Anyway, back to the drawing. I wanted to show off her arm stretching, almost like those rubber hose animations. Her color palette, while very nice in my opinion, wasn't that hard to follow. I actually made this drawing an hour before Art Fight even started. The website basically was unusable for the day, so I had to submit my attack the next day. What's great is that Divachu attacked me back. I actually drew one of my little characters, Toya, and I'm in love with them. I mean, look at my little boy. Anyway, here's the finished look. I'm very happy with how Lola turned out, and it seems they're happy with it as well. Second character on the chopping block, we have the wonderful and mysterious Chiro, a Project Sekai OC. She's the leader of the group Egoism, or Egotism? Sorry. Drawn and created by the user Maribai. On their art fight page, I could only find 4 characters and no attacks on their part. 3 seems to be in this mysterious group, which reminds me a lot of N25. I play Project Sekai a lot. I'm a big rhythm game nerd. Not great at it, but, you know, not too bad to say so myself. I very much enjoy Project Sekai, but don't really play for the story. I already play too many gacha games to get invested in another story, you know? I think it's very clear my favorite groups are N25 and Wonderland Showtime, but I also kind of like Vivid Bad Squad. Yes, more jumpin'. Leonid are at the bottom for me at the tier list, but hey, I love Ari My Beloved. There's sadly not too much for me to speak on this, as it seems Maribai isn't active at all. The only thing in her description is leader of egoism, a chunivuyu. Googling what a chunivuyu means, it comes up as delusional or dramatic behavior. Think so like a chuni. Oh, she's a chuni. I get it now. Maribai has a Twitter account and what seems to be a deleted Tumblr, as it wouldn't work when I clicked it, so go follow them. They have commissions open, but hey, you know, you could also support me. Here's the finished piece. Sorry, this didn't have much commentary as before, but still, I think the shading is great and fun. Cheers from one Sekai fan to another.
We just wanted to stop by and congratulate our Hoopes on their debut
And of course, play games with us!
The third object of my attraction is Ren. There's no description, but I could find that they were created by Kiyosu. I like the idea of trying to draw them in a fighting stance, even if I suck at drawing proportions. He has a Twitter and Instagram like before, and obviously I'll link both of all artists below. Instagram seems to be his most active platform with some amazing art. Please go check him out. At the start of Art Fight, I wanted to draw every other day, but quickly realized it wouldn't be, sustainable. Now then, there isn't much for me to talk about. Wait! This guy weirdly reminds me of that evil guy from Splatoon, just because the colors are similar. Actually, their whole design gave me Demon Slayer Splatoon. This is probably just because I was playing Splatoon during my breaks when working on this, so, anyway, here's Ren. I think I'll do a separate video on proportions, as I know that's where I struggle often. But hey, we're at the halfway point. How exciting! And next we have Willow, created by the wonderful Willow19. Her description reads, dead human. Angelic, I guess? Dark red hair, lives with the dead icons in a certain celestial, multilingual, demisexual 19-year-old. Okay, sounds very familiar to my persona's lore. I'll do a whole video on that, but to sum it up, my character Mia made a deal with the dying god, became overpowered, started a timeline war, and now lives with another god who kind of bodied her to death. In a scene. In a fight. Oh. I like horribly summed it up, but that's kind of like the TLDR of it all. I was drawn to Willow for the red hair she has, but also her face, it's sick. Though it seems the creator, Willow19, may have changed her design looking at the latest ref sheet. Willow19 has no link, so I will link her ArtFight account. Another reason I was drawn to Willow is, well, when refreshing the art page, the gacha character stood out to me. I don't think it's hard to say I was also a gacha kid. In fact, that's how many of my OCs started off in. Fun fact, that's how my persona came to existence. I have a lot of memories from that time in my life. In fact, I almost attempted several times to make a gacha channel. Should I do that? I think we need to bring back the gacha series, like the weird ones with complex wars and powers and random topic. Have y'all seen the Opinions AMV? Like this one, it's on screen right now. I was so jealous of this one video as a kid, I almost wanted to recreate it scene for scene because I found it so cool. Drop something below if I should maybe talk about gacha and whatnot. It'd be fun. Anyway, you may be realizing the art style is a bit different. That's because, at this point, I was on vacation while creating it. Specifically, in the car on the way to vacation. I forgot to grab the ad brushes in time, so I had to resort to whatever free brushes IBS Paint had to offer. And honestly, I think it was a fun experiment having to learn new brushes. Well, here's our girl Willow. I'm obsessed in how I shaded her outfit. It was so much fun! Well, now it's time for our second to last one.
I have two sides.
Alright, this is a quick one, but it was more of a meme or a joke attack just because I randomized my attacks and this funky little guy came up. And also, I love clowns so much. You have to understand me. So, Jackbox. Fun fact, they're the creator, Soul Killer's drag persona. Like, actually, I find it so cool. Titled An Internet Clown, Soul Killer has multiple characters in his amazing art style. You can catch them and his art on their Toy House, DeviantArt, and for Affinity accounts. Which link below. Speaking of Toy House, how does one even get an account? I'd love to show off all my characters and lore, and I will have a lot. Last time I counted across multiple series and roleplays, it's gotten well over 100 characters, which, me being able to recite all of them, is insane. Please tell me I can get a Toy House account, pretty please. Anyway, here's our lovely clown. From one clown to another, I hope this piece strikes love in the hearts of many. And now time for our fifth and last character.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it!
Notice anything different? Yeah, my normal 1-to-1 scales are different with the full scale drawing I did. I don't know, something about Hoyo games, especially Starville, just tickles that gambling part of me. What's funny is I was meant to find this meme to put in the intro to the character Malachite, full name Pablo Malachite Elixir Peace by the creator Lost Flag. Back to the topic at hand. I feel like I'm going mental as I swear there was a meme of, or some sort of clip of Jacksepticeye saying, I brought you this table so you can table on your table while you table on your table. Or something like that. It's worded differently, but for the life of me I can't find that clip. I know it was him who said it, and I quote it often. No, before anyone responds that it's an office clip, I know, and it was him who said it. It's like a case of the Bearstein Bears, or Looney Tunes, or whatever the hell you say it. Anyway, Malachite. He's one of the cornerstones if you couldn't tell. Side note, the song posts RT and has ArtFight page. Shout out to Jiraiya, big fan. He's a Win Your Edition character. A senior manager, severely stressed, masking his arrogance, and well, a sick-ass design. I may just draw one more of them in my spare time. I've always wanted to make a Starville character, but haven't had any luck so far. Actually, I had an idea in my mind for this once, like, no image minus a Hikaru, but, you know, the idea for my OC was a nice abundance character, an ice skater, an entertainer masked as an assassin. Doesn't that sound familiar? Anyway, I try to make it look like Malachite's holding a Malachite, but it just looks like a little rock. I think of it, that's the point. But hey, look, we're done! And that's it. All 6 drawings up and finished. I think I'll do more next art fight, but praying nothing comes up in July. It was so much fun! The exciting comments I got from people were amazing. All the people linked down below are in their available profiles. If you want to help support me and my little ideas, you could commission me or donate on Throne or Cash App. I may switch that up for a coffee. Hey, give me your thoughts below on anything. Anyway, thank you for watching and supporting me. Bye now!